doing a little bit shorter of a drive. Well, Adam, honestly, like, I feel like once you get past the initial hump of, like, being exhausted, you kind of get used to it. Like, I don't know, I made pretty good time getting to California. I got to stay at places that were free, so I kind of got to, like, chill, relax a little bit, see people I love. Hi, O3. How much have I spent on gas? So much. So much. Basically, if it were not for the kind people who have donated, I would be stranded somewhere right now. I should have enough to get home, at least. So, how are you guys? How is your, it's Saturday, right? Saturday morning going, afternoon going. Rough estimate? I'm not sure, Adam. I haven't really had time to actually look too much at the overall expenditure. But at least 300, I would say. I'm doing okay. 300 to 400, somewhere in there. So, part of that was money I already had, part of that was the kindness of donators. Yeah, things are tough. Time is money, but at least, like, you know, I'm almost there. The last time I stopped for gas, how much did I put in? $40. I just filled up my tank. I'm headed towards, like, I'm probably gonna get through the Siskiyous, stop at a hotel, and then we'll see from there. Tomorrow, I'm gonna text my best friend tonight and see if I can stop by her house so I can see it, but they're literally, like, just moving in, so I don't necessarily want to, like, I didn't want to stay with them, so I'm gonna try to get, like, well, I am gonna get a hotel for tonight. I found a cheapish one, probably the cheapest one in Oregon. How are you guys? Mizzik managed to get into the closet in the guest room, and the closet's like, or the guest room's like downstairs, and not really a basement, their house is on a hill, but it's downstairs, so regardless, he got into this closet, and it's full of, like, all their stuff, like their, you know, like, holiday stuff, winter coats, things like that, and at one point, I'm like, okay, I can't find Mizzik. I'm sure he's in this closet. I opened the closet. I didn't realize, like, around the corner, there was, like, an underneath the stairs part. And they had a bunch of boxes in front of it. And Mizzik, of course, found his way into, like, the other side of the boxes underneath the stairs. So when it came time to grab him, we had to, like, unload a lot of the closet and go grab him. Should have rescued Abby. Unfortunately, it was too late. No, I'm not there yet, Ellen. could have probably done it today. Because it's like, I think I'm like 14 hours away. I probably could have done it today, and then I would have all day to unload my stuff. But honestly, I kind of wanted to take this last little leg of it a bit easy.
Get to rant a little bit. I feel like I don't rant enough anymore. But the whole incel thing gets me like riled up because it's usually people who just don't want to work on bettering their lives. Monique, probably just like 5 hours. Yes, Alan, that was a time. Basically, I just want to get through the Siskiyous today. I didn't want to like try to push it too hard so that I could take my time going down the Siskiyou Pass. I don't know how long I'm going to have service because I feel like I'm going to lose service around like Mount St. Helens, or not Mount St. Helens, Mount Shasta. We'll see. Was I mean to him to get him to go away? I mean, like, the fact that I don't know the guy, I've never spoken to him in my life, but he comes into my chat and is like asking for money, basically. Like, bruh, the last thing in the world I have is money. I spent $1,000 on this rental. I've spent probably close to $400 on gas. That's not even including like having to feed myself and like buy water and stuff like that, you know. Like, the last thing I have is money for another person. Expected as absolutely not. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do when I get to Washington. I mean, like I said, I have, you asked if you had EBT and told you to swing by and buy him food. I goes, yeah. Thank you, Susie. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, you asked if I had EBT, which I don't. I had EBT for 1 month. The month COVID started because everybody got like 1 month of it. And since then I haven't qualified because I've always worked too much. And I don't have babies. Honestly, I don't qualify for like any social services because I try to work to survive. Freedom will never accept violence. I don't know what that means. Am I gonna stop in Central Point? What's Central Point? I'm hoping that perhaps when I get up towards the border, that for some reason I will still have service. I doubt it. I very much doubt it. But I have this little like diner / gas station that I always like to stop at whenever I do this drive. No, I don't have Medicaid. I will say I did have Medicaid for a little while in Washington because the threshold is much better. Oh, Medford now? I'm gonna go to Grants Pass, I think. Grants Pass has a decent amount of like pretty affordable hotels. What was I gonna say? Oh, when I get to Washington, like I'm gonna get in contact with my friend who owns a restaurant in the area. I'm probably gonna maybe like borrow my mom's car to do DoorDash for a little bit because I should still have the ability to DoorDash there, and I think I'm listed as a person on like an authorized person on my mom's car insurance, so. Maybe also the kind of person that wins a lot of no shit. It's always people like that, isn't it? Look at that blue sky and then clouds in the distance. Medicaid is decent to like get your teeth fixed and stuff. Not that you need it, just saying in general, there's no copay. Yeah, so honestly, when I had Medicaid, I was able to take better care of my health. Like, there's a few things that I wouldn't have been able to handle with my health if I hadn't had Medicaid. And I'd like to, now that there's open enrollment again, I will probably look at that when I get to Washington, especially like I need to update everything in my life to say that I moved, so that'll probably be part of it, is, you know, checking if I can get back on state health care so I can get some other health stuff taken care of too. Looks like a whole lot of nothing. It is a little bit of a whole lot of nothing. DoorDash, you are becoming vegan. No. I did DoorDash in this town before, but at least something until I can secure regular work, and in case I decide that I want to focus on some like schooling stuff, not school necessarily, like I'm not trying to take like a regular program, but there's a few programs that you can do that are like start at your own time, do at your own pace kind of thing, certificates and stuff like that. My sister was suggesting like Western General University. I guess my brother-in-law did that for one of his like extra degree kind of things. No, there isn't much around in this area. We're like north of Sacramento, south of Redding. It's really not a whole lot going on here. Being a chef's a very physical job, yeah. That's part of the reason why I'm trying to look into alternate things. I need to get my resume to have different kinds of things, because obviously the chef stuff is not something I can focus on for the rest of my life. It's not glamorous, I know. I'd like to be able to like get my nails done someday. You know? That would be nice. If I could like feel girly sometimes, instead of having a bunch of burn scars all over my arms and like shitty busted up nails because I have to keep them short and they're constantly wet, you know? Washing. I love to cook, and I hope that someday I have people to cook for, not necessarily like children, but maybe like a partner or something that, I mean, I'll cook for my mom and stuff, but they have a pretty specific diet that they keep to, so they have things pretty planned out in advance. Data analyst Minette coming. That's probably the first thing that I'm going to take like a little course on, and maybe some more like softer things, but maybe like a bookkeeping or human resources thing. Just, I want to like try a bunch of different things from like Coursera and just see if there's anything that sort of like fits. I'm trying to zero. So many missed opportunities. Could have slept with Chop. No thank you. Slept with IBL to make Vegan jealous. No thank you. Then driven north and punched Vegan and rescued Abby, taken her to Washington. No thank you. Hi Trip. Uh-oh. 100 kilobytes. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know if anybody can hear me, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Content reducer, yeah, that's me. I'm the new Gary the Reducer. Person, I did sleep. I slept very well. I slept exceedingly well. I may have gone and picked up weed gummies for sleep purposes, so that I could fall asleep real fast. Self-proclaimed chef and a real chef. there's like certain chefs that are like formally trained and like their titles are chefs. So if your title is chef, I think that counts. But then also like if you're working in a kitchen where there's like cooks and chefs, if you are in control of the menu and you have like a hand in writing the menu and you have to deal with food costs and stuff, I do think that has stuff to do with it. Thanks, Whitebot. Radiology technician. Those people make like money, don't they? That'd be fun. I'm gonna zap people's bones. What are you? Idiot sandwich. You can cook better than most chefs, Fred. Thing is, like, you can be a chef and only have ever made one food in your life. Like, I know a lot of sushi chefs who can't cook hot food to save their lives. And I know a lot of hot chefs who can't really do a lot of knife work. It has a lot of different things. Trina Golden was a chef. Thing is that like I don't know exactly what I would want to do or what would fit into my abilities, I guess. Thank you, Rob Q. Which state is this? We're in Northern California right now. NorCal, where there's just not a lot going on. Lots of fields, lots of farms. Top chef's ingredients. Artois. People in California are angry. People in California angry? I haven't experienced that. It was so nice to see my sister. And her dad's. This part of California is long and has nothing. Hello, Hector. Shit's nasty, dude. Listen, I don't care if you like to eat ass or whatever, but I don't need to hear about it. Hi, Mermy. How are you? Rim jobs are fun. I had one dude I dated in my 20s who was into that. Well, like, we went on, like, a few dates, and then, like, the first time we went to me, he's like, I'm into this. And I was like, no, thank you. No, of course I don't, Trip. Ew. I want nothing to do with buttholes. Buttholes are a no-go zone, in my opinion. And also, he was into doing it to people, not done to him, for the record. I have never done it, and I never will. I do not eat ass. Hello, Jake. Yeah, no ass eating. Gross. Keep your butthole the fuck away from me. Where am I heading? I'm heading to Washington eventually. Such as I will not broaden my horizons. I am not a coprophiliac. The YouTube streets, yeah. You will? No, I will not. When I'm getting to know somebody and we have the talk about, like, you know, sexual interests, I definitely, that's something that I make sure that I'm like, listen, if you're into butt stuff, I'm the wrong gal. Look how low Shasta Lake is when you go by. Is it low? I mean, it's California, so I feel like all the lakes have dried up. And our Lake Nacimiento, like, is really dry nowadays. The creek, no golden. I had to choose between eating ass and being pissed on or pissing on somebody else. I would choose the piss. But I don't like either. You know what I mean? But if I had to choose. Oh man. I should have stopped. No, I don't have a cooler. There's this really good, like, bread spread. Like, if you put it on garlic bread. Basically, if you put it on, like, a French loaf before you put it in the oven, like, it's like this Tabasco cheese spread. Who is it? What is it called? Some hotel used to make it. I should have gone to a grocery store and looked for it and brought some to my mom, but I don't think that I'm gonna. I don't have a refrigerator. I'm gonna get a hotel, Monique. I saved money the last few days. I should be able to, since I didn't stop in slow, then I can afford it here, and then I can chill a little bit. I will not be eating anybody's butt. Gross. If you want an ass eater, Pebs is right over there. And Pebs will probably be looking for a place soon, so move her in and you'll have an on-demand ass eater. Tabasco cheese spread. It's good. Yes, I did hear that person. Yeah, Alan, I'm almost to Reading. I could just make it myself, I guess. How many pencils can I hold under a boob? I don't, maybe like one, because my boobs don't really like hang over a lot. A little bit, not a lot. He needs us and everything else these days. It's a bee on a flower. Cute. Thank you, Dread.
makes sense. Yeah, yesterday I stopped at this like kind of weird gas station, and the teller in there was this like very much like a guy that lives in the middle of nowhere, like this older guy wearing like a biker vest and long hair and a priest. And I was like, okay, this feels like it's gonna go weird. I go, I don't know, what do you get? And he's like, a father-in-law. And I'm like, oh, okay, that could have been really dark, but you made it cute. Pounds in kilograms. Also, I don't think it makes me sound smart, it makes me sound non-American. Only 90? Nice. Are you okay, buddy? It's No Nut November, man. Day 2, so you're gonna have to reel it back, man. I've showered, Alan. I've been sitting for like 6 days, thank you very much. But I've showered several times. Trick is to fail, or at least you don't have to worry about it. Fail what? Go for a run and you send me the bra? That's weird. That's a new one. Hey, everybody's really like horned up today. The fuck? Wipe out, I am not. I am 200 pounds. Thank you very much. Believe me, I was weighing myself once a week up until recently. Because I packed my scale away. Did I pack it or did I forget it? I might have left it
not 200 exactly, John Doe. Weight fluctuates. Everybody's weight fluctuates. Nobody weighs exactly something all the time. But also, like, I always think it's funny when people are like, oh, a round number? That's crazy. Like, round numbers exist. It's still a number. People can weigh that much. What drive I have left? So I'm driving for about 4 more hours right now. And then I'm going to 4 hours for tomorrow. And then I should be done. And then I just have to unpack all my stuff, vacuum the inside of this car, and then on Monday morning drive it back down to Seattle. This was a long drive, yeah, for sure. Round numbers are your favorite numbers, yeah. It's easier to say that than be like, hey, I swing between 195 and 205, because that's the reality of it, is that over the last like year, my weight has pretty much stuck around 195 to 205. I did get down to 185 a couple years ago, but it did not stick. That was when I was not being healthy. Nano's tits are definitely bigger than mine. Like, way bigger. Where did this trip start? Florida, BK. A guy like Blade, there are 40 million of them in Washington. Guys wearing Mariners hats and dressing like they're in Limp Bizkit, but like the Walmart Limp Bizkit. I think Blade's a nice enough guy, but not interested. On like my experiences when I met him, he was nice enough. I didn't really get to know him very well. We mostly just talked about like technology and stuff. I used to have a friend in Red Bluff. He's probably still there. like actively doing a fuck ton of meth at that point, though, right? I don't know if she still is. I like Nana. I think she's sweet. I hope that she is not doing the meth. Don't do drugs, kids. Did you say that, Monique? Well, you know what they say, the camera adds 10 pounds. 5. Thanks, Jade Hair. Yeah, the camera adds 80 pounds, guys. I'm actually quite svelte. Svelte. I don't know why I can't. Svelte. You would look like a polar bear on camera. What, giant and white? Scary. Damn, John Doe, you thick. Is that all muscle, John Doe? Or are you like a corn-fed kind of guy? So you look like your grandmother's. Trailer 11, I'm in Northern California. Or should be getting to Redding in the next 45 minutes. The temperature dropping. It's been pretty cold. I told my friend, I was like, I should have stolen your cardigan because he let me borrow a cardigan. It was amazing. So soft. Should have stolen it. It's pretty cold though. I mean, it's not bad. Luckily I'm in a car, so I have the heat on. Well, I have the air on and I've turned it up a little bit so it's not just like cold air blasting. Taylor 11, how tall are you? Did BMX interesting? I feel like BMX is harder to do if you're like a bigger guy. You are flawless, Monique. You're surprised the cat's not meowing? He's been chilling so fucking hard this whole trip. He's like just been chilling. You're 6'2", trailer 11? Nice.
raise it for veal, which wasn't my choice. I worked on the farm. Our family didn't own the farm. I just worked to help out with rent. And think about boogers, but now you're thinking about snot. That's gross. I forgot what I was saying. Super sweet. He's chilling. Yeah. He's like, okay, don't look at me because I'm gross, but he's like right here, like sleeping right now. Mizzy. I think he's like actually asleep. Oh, yes, the veal calves. So, they were all named Vinny Veal. And because we raised goats, they would drink goat milk. And they were always really sweet, and they liked to suck on your hand, and they were just very, like, gentle babies. And one time I saw, like, the first calf that I raised from the baby, I came home and I saw him hanging from the slaughtering hook, and I didn't eat beef for like a year. But it's my favorite meat, so then I got over it. We worked on a cattle farm for 2 years and fed up the steer every morning. That was a shitty job, I bet. Talked to him in 2.5 years and intend to keep it that way. I've never imagined smell. I cannot imagine. Also, like, especially with male livestock, they usually smell worse, particularly during a certain time of year. So, like, male goats, when they're rutting, I guess, when they're horny, they smell disgusting. They get, like, a waxy, like, substance that they excrete. Holy fuck. They smell so bad, and they're so aggressive. Like, terrifyingly aggressive. You have to make sure that they're in a place by themselves and that they cannot get out because they are aggressive. And when you feed them, you kind of have to get like a thing, like a bucket on a stick to pour it into their food bucket. No, I'm not going to sleep at the rest stop. I just want to use the bathroom. Have you ever gotten slivers walking naked in the redwoods at night? Can't say that I have. But we did go camping in the redwoods a lot as a kid, but I was a kid, so I didn't get naked. I just had to scrap the yard of poop with a bobcat skid loader every week. When it rained, it would splash back at you. Ugh! I bet you had to shower a lot. Well, I didn't see that full message, but I do listen to emo music. I don't smoke meth. And I do smoke weed, but not while driving. And my cat is a lovely baby. Thank you, O3. Yeah, I saw a while back that it was like, it said that the next rest stop was in 23 miles from the last rest stop, so it should be here fairly soon.
I do not envy you having worked there. That sounds exceedingly unpleasant. I used to always stop in Reading. I won't this time because I always used to stop in Reading because it was the furthest north in and out. And I was like, okay, I need to get in and out one last time before I don't see it for a while. But now the furthest north one's somewhere near Portland. They still haven't expanded to Washington, which is bullshit. That's good because I'm not hungry right now. My sister gave me a spinach omelet this morning. It's very sweet of her. She did not have to make me breakfast, but she did. And yeah, they have In-N-Out in Grants Pass. I noticed that when I was looking at the hotels there. So I'll probably get that tonight. So I don't have to stop near Portland unless I go to my best friend's house. We stood on a 20-foot long fence one time and a wild steer charged at it and threw me like 50 feet backwards. That's still in for jeez. I mean, like, cows are big and they have a lot of muscle. People don't really realize like how fucking huge cows are unless they have actually been near one. Like, even the calves that we raised, like, they were tall as shit. Yeah, exactly, John Doe. They're fucking huge. However, sweet babies. They're like puppies. Particularly the baby ones, like baby goats' kids. They're basically puppy dogs that just shit wherever they want. You could probably train a goat to like, well, I don't know. I don't know if goats have the ability to be like bathroom trained. Pigs you can you can potty train. Well, you can't like make them use a potty, but you can litter train pigs, which is interesting. Or I think it's interesting. We also had pigs. Oh, rest area. Oh, does it say it's closed though? Please don't say closed. Fuck, it's closed. Next rest is 41 miles? Okay, well I guess I gotta stop at a gas station then. Fuck. I should have peed when I got gas, but I didn't have to at that time. Sunny DeCarlo. You know, chilling, driving. I hate closed rest areas. What the fuck? No rest for me. I just need to pee. See, this would have been perfect because I'm like starting to have to like really need to use the restroom. So this would have been the perfect rest stop. But no, they're not open. I feel like California is like that though. There's like a million rest stops that are just like never open. How's the weather looking your way? My mother said it was going to be raining north of here, but so far it's okay. It rained yesterday in the Bay Area while I was driving, but it's been okay so far. Just be anywhere like vegan. No. I will use a gas station.
also do that with horns for goats. Is like you just put like a series of ties around it, and so as they grow, they get choked out and they fall off. Damn, dude, cool, bro. That sucks. I drank like fucking like 7 Red Bulls between Louisiana and California. It didn't fuck my stomach up, but holy shit, I was like dizzy as shit by the time that I actually like parked and stood up. What's gross and sounds painful, trailer 11, the testicles thing? It's the way they do it because it chokes off the blood flow to it. It's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be less painful. Oh, good, Hooker Creek Road. You have kin in Louisiana? That's cool. There was a lot of mosquitoes in Louisiana, I can tell you that much. But you can also like, you can get them to be not cauterized, neutered, I guess that way. What is it called? What is it called when it's livestock? Castrated, thank you. Yes, that's the word I was thinking of. That's why cauterized came to mind. So you can castrate and then cauterize. Also, I feel like it's never safe to pick up hitchhikers. But I guess people probably don't like... I don't think people are like rando serial killing quite the same way. I feel like picking up hitchhikers is safer than being a hitchhiker. It's a great point, Whiskey Hoarder. See a gas station here. That's okay. Maybe a little faster then. Almost gotta pee. And I ain't trying to pop a squat. I already had to pop a squat at some random gas station in the middle of Arizona, and that was enough for me. Hence why I took 2 showers. On personal experience. A lot of men turn a little gay when they're blackout drunk, though. I think everybody gets a little gay when they're real drunk. Women for sure do. Did they actually American made? I don't know if I've heard about this. Feels drowsy? Exit and rest. Well, if you hadn't closed the rest stop, we could rest, but we cannot.
travel to Washington, which will be home for a while. Okay, 03, I don't mean like sucking dick gay. I mean like a lot of people get like affectionate with other humans, like maybe you'll kiss your friend or something kind of gay. But maybe that's also like I'm a bisexual woman and I have many girls in my life who like when we get real drunk we're just like, I'm gonna kiss you on the face. I was the first to castrate a pedophile in the 80s. Interesting. Cottonwood Historical District. How far off do you think it is? Fuck it, let's find out. Adventure! We have time today. Let's go find this historic downtown Cottonwood or whatever. Oh, there's a chevron. Or I could just do that. But the question is, how do I get to the chevron? Go straight? I think? Does everybody do that when they see cows and they're driving? Moo with the cows. Alright. Time to go potty. You guys want to watch Mizzik while I go pee? There's a Mizzik. Hi, baby. I'll be back.
Okay, hello. Okay. I honestly don't think I ever saw yerba mates in Florida. What are you guys talking about? Oh, how tall am I? I'm 5'7". Let's try this tropical uprising one. Hi, buddy. Hi, handsome. Thank God I'm back. He is mellow. You're having a good time, huh, buddy? Huh, buddy? He's a good boy. Okay, 4 inches off. Have I been sleeping in the car? No. I slept at my sister's last night, and then I stayed with a friend the night before that. I'm at a hotel tonight, since I didn't get one in my hometown. And then after that, I'll be home. Okay, let's not look at my gross face. Hector, how are you? Are you still in California? Still in LA area? Why do you hurt me so bad? We are young. Friend or boyfriend, perhaps? No. We went on a date like 15 years ago. Hadn't really seen each other for a while. Elon Brainley chance we can talk to. That would be cool. I tried to do a stream in my hometown, Lord of Elderon. A very brief one. I was trying to show you guys some things, but it effed hard and it was not coming back. So apparently T-Mobile is not the one and slow. And also I wanted to get going to my sister's because she had to go to sleep, so I didn't stick around too long. Alright, Shasta County. Here we go. At the Orange County Public Library. Okay. I'm glad you're doing okay, Hector. Probably thought he was getting some action. He is probably less into that than I am. He's still reeling off of a big relationship thing, and he's got a lot of life changes. I have seen that, John Doe. My mom did that with her dogs. You had a hometown stream? When's the last time she even went to Ohio? I feel like that would have been years ago. And it's not an odd mention. There was a time where I actually really very much enjoyed watching VP, but as like an actual like enjoying in a nice way, you know? You've been in Seattle before? Seattle's cool. Thumb in or thumb out? What do you mean? Like when you punch, you have to have your thumb out so you don't break it.
No, I think she's with Abby at Astro right now. Where am I at? I'm in Northern California, Edward Kim. Should be getting to Redding here in probably around 15 minutes. And then we start getting into mountains. Which I don't know if you guys can see those ahead. Of course, they look bigger to me than they do to you. But it looks like there's actually a little snow. Not much, but a little bit. Thumb in, thumb out's what they did in the Coliseum. I don't know what that is. Adam, not tired at all. I slept very well last night. Balls Fairy. Balls Fairy Road. Forward to, I didn't shower at my sister's house because I got there kind of late and wanted to like sit and have breakfast with them and stuff. So I'm probably going to shower when I get to the motel. What's the best thing to do with 3-day-old stale bread? Make croutons. Florida and Texas has no mountains, just hills, yeah. How are the winters in Washington? They're cold. Usually when it gets to like January, like it might start snowing in late December, but by January you'll probably get a snow. Snow's usually like, can be till like March. Make salad croutons, yeah. You can use them in salads or soups. You can also make breadcrumbs to put on top of like baked things. Florida. I don't know what the temperature is outside right now here, but it feels cold. I don't smell. I showered yesterday. And I'll shower again tonight. One inch of snow shuts down Western Washington. Oh, for sure. I mean, up where I'm going to be living, people are a little bit more, like, rugged. And it's not quite as hilly as Seattle is. Because I think a lot of what the issue is that, like, there are some roads in Seattle that are so steep that you can't really get a snowplow up and down it too easy. Like the Denny Bridge or whatever. Monique, I feel like that would be the opposite, wouldn't it? If it's cold in the winter, they'd be really small. Slow day on the network, must be. It's early yet. I'm sure y'all will have content later. Thank you for coming to hang out with me while you're waiting. Worried about how cold it's going to be. I'm wearing literally like Birkenstocks right now. Well, they're off-brand Target Birkenstocks, but nonetheless. Oh, to compensate. You know, I will say the men that I was involved with in Seattle were not hurting. I don't think I met a lot of guys that had issues down there. The city won't use salt because it harms the salmon, yeah. Well, we're more worried about our Puget Sound than we are about the people. Fuck people. Plenty of them.
king raccoon truck. Seattle's basically Canada, pretty much. Where I am is even more basically Canada. It's pretty close to the border. All the fucking Canadians come down there to shop. I worked at a Best Buy for a while. That was like, not the closest Best Buy to the Vancouver border, but people would usually come down and go to the outlet mall in Marysville. So they would stop at our Best Buy and they would buy stuff, and they were always annoying as shit. I have not had a lot of car farts. Yes, I'm a Canadian illegal alien, precisely. How did you know? Lake Shasta Caverns. I've heard crabbing is fun. A lot of people I know also like to go collect gooey ducks during gooey duck season. Yeah. This exit we just passed is the one I used to always stop at for, because the In-N-Out's there. There used to be a Best Buy there. Apparently they have a crumble cookies, which I don't know what that is. Farthest north you've been is Redding. Well, I'm in Redding right now, so you're about to see a whole lot of new shit if I keep service. I have a feeling at least I won't be able to take you guys through the Siskiyou Pass, but I wish I could. We're gonna pass through Siskiyous, go by Mount Shasta, Wairika. No, I've never had crumble cookie. I don't really like sweets all that much. And I feel like cookies are better if you make them yourself anyway. I will, Monique. Best Buy's going bankrupt? Good, fuck them. They were fine, but I don't like any of these companies that have like credit cards that they make the people like try to get them to sign up for. And also I don't like that I was a customer service rep and people kept like throwing shit at me. Caramel cookies are made with awful ingredients, basically diabetes cookie. Oh, interesting. Being mean to Best Buy, they were mean to me. Double chocolate chonk or chocolate chonk cookie. Is that those like the Costco guys or whatever? I wouldn't know who they were because I don't look at like TikTok. Tic Tac. Okay, but I don't think you can be mean to like a major corporation. You like cookies from Subway? Interesting. They do have like, I will say I do like grocery store oatmeal raisin cookies are pretty good. I'm a big fan of an oatmeal raisin. I'm gonna make oatmeal cookies with cheesecake filling. That sounds pretty good. Tapped into the algorithm. I mean, my algorithm is mostly like, so I look at like YouTube shorts, and mine is mostly like cooking and comedy. So I hadn't seen those guys organically, but I think it wasn't like Turkey Tom, but it was somebody like that does like rundowns of internet stuff that did a video on them.
chocolate macadamia nut cookies are good. I want an oatmeal raisin. But my sister gave me a bunch of candy because they had a bunch, because they didn't have enough trick-or-treaters. Oh my god. It's so funny though. I wish that she would post this online. But my sister goes fucking all out for Halloween decorating. And they have a skeleton in their yard that they keep year round and they decorate for different seasons, right? But then they also got like this scarecrow thing that has like a bowl on its lap and it snaps up when you put your hand in the bowl. And it's actually really freaky looking, like it looks kind of real. Like the movement looks really human and freaky. And they have a Ring camera, right? So they got to see like all their trick-or-treaters, and there was this one kid and their mom that they come into the yard and they're like trying to figure out, like they knock on the door but nobody answers because my sister was at home. And so they're like looking around, they're like, okay, there must be something. They wouldn't have decorated like this if there wasn't. And then they find it and the kid's like a little afraid of coming up to it. The mom's like, the mom was like, what if it started moving, and like freaked the kid out. And so when it happened, they screamed at the top of their lungs, and the mom was cracking up. It was so good. I loved it. Hello, try hard. You used to go up to Humboldt a lot? Nice. For marijuana? Funny, she showed me the Ring camera video and it was hilarious. Did any of you guys get trick-or-treaters? You generally don't seem to live in places that have them. I don't know, Be Kind Rewind. Where things start getting extra spotty because we're surrounded by mountains. Used to fill up 2 pillowcases of candy, but these days nobody goes out anymore. Yeah. None allowed in your condo building, Monique? That's sad. I would like to have a house someday that gets trick-or-treaters because I like decorating. And I like seeing kids' cute costumes. See what's popular that year. Monique, yeah, there was that guy that let me, like, when I got kicked out of the RV, like, he let me go sleep on his grandpa's sofa, which was nice. And we went to his friend's pool. Like, I know I slept in his car for a little while because I was real drunk and on other things. I slept in the car for a while. When I woke up, we were in, like, his friend's apartment building's parking lot, and we went and, like, swam, which was fun. And there was a sauna at that apartment complex, which is cool. And then I took up the train up to LA the next day and hung out with Bone Clings. Yeah, that apartment complex had a sauna, a hot tub, and a pool. It was awesome.
don't want kids, and my mind is not going to change on that. And that makes sense, Monique. I mean, I guess, like, honestly, apartment buildings or condo buildings, it kind of makes sense. So I want, like, a house. But I also want land, so I feel like I would probably want a house somewhere that doesn't have a lot of, like, neighbors. So I probably wouldn't have trick-or-treaters. Up your driveway? Why, St. Goat? We don't trust each other as much as they did 20 years ago. Yeah. I think to some extent, like, the advent of the internet has created a lack of community in a lot of places where people don't get to know their fellow person as well. I could be talking out of my ass. Briefly, why did you say you don't want kids? So partially because I am not financially stable, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be financially stable enough to support a child. Because if I were going to have a child, I would want to make sure that, like, I was good. And then also because I do have issues with severe depression, and I am a little bit concerned that that would either be something I pass along to a child or would affect my ability to parent. Reaction to certain changes have led to all this, yeah. I really don't think it's like a politics thing, but you're welcome to your opinion. I think it's just how much has changed over the last, 30 years, I would say, as far as like how humans interact with each other. Yeah, shit's me. I mean, honestly, do I think that I would be a good parent? I would like to think so. I would like to foster someday in the short term, not like long-term fosters necessarily, but like kids who have to be away from their family for like a few months because their parents are getting their shit together or whatever. I'd love to do that. Especially for teenagers, because teenagers kind of get forgotten. Whoa. At least. Slow it down a little bit. Wow, yeah, that looks low as hell. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's crazy. That's gotta be way more than 50 feet. But, wow, I actually have service here?
see if I got you guys. We'll see if I've got you guys. You're a Democrat when it comes to women's rights and other similar social issues. Republican when it comes to big government. That makes sense. Okay, Mizzy. Oh, you are asleep. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see this. So far, so good? Cool. Let's go look and see how much Shasta Lake has changed. Okay. Cool. Thanks, you guys, for telling me. It's quite pretty here. It's nice to see the fall colors and everything. Blue Star Memorial Highway. Tribute to the nation's armed forces who served in World War II. End of it down there. You guys see how dry the lake is? All that red there used to be lake. Wow. It's quite pretty though. Wish you could see more. Interessante. Okay, let me put you at me. Sad, don't you think? Yeah. Can you imagine World War II the next second as a bullet? Yeah, that's crazy. It's gorgeous out here though. It is nice to be back where there are like trees and mountains and stuff. You know? Beacon Plumbing. Stop freaking, call Beacon. Okay. Yeah. American spawns over there. You can leave, Sipmaker. I don't really care. If you think I'm boring, you don't have to be here. There's people that don't hate me, so. Just stopped at the rest stop so you guys could see the lake. We're gonna have an IP2 spit roast. Ooh. As fun as that sounds. Hi, Mizzy. Hi, Munchkin. Get back on the road, eh? You look rough? Yeah, well, I didn't do my hair and makeup this morning because I'm just gonna go to a hotel. My skin is dry as shit. Driving back up to Washington. Right now I'm headed to Oregon, where I'm gonna get a hotel for the evening. What do you think your skin is dry? Because I moved from Florida to, well, I drove from Florida to California, so it's a lot more humid in Florida. It's way humid in Florida. And my skin got used to it, and I was doing my skincare for a humid environment. And now I'm gonna have to get back into like putting oils on my skin and stuff. Which is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, there is snow in the mountains. Woo!
I don't own like normal shoes anymore. I don't own jackets. I own like a few sweaters. I hope that my mom still has like my Timberlands, which are not really good for snow, but they're at least good for like hiking. You know? Not me. Wow. Beautiful. It's hard to be mad at a beautiful view. The mountains are going to kill the signal? Probably. Why make reasons for accusations you don't even know are true? What do you mean, Lord of Eldaron? Yeah, if it drops out, then I'll either, like, I'll see how far away. I'm not sure how long I would be able to stream after it. I was not born in Washington State. I was born in California in San Diego County. Grew up in California, moved to Washington when I was 15, moved back to California when I was 18, and then kind of back and forth ever since until Florida. If it drops completely, I'm sorry. Sometimes I miss it coming north. I'll keep an eye out. But I really want to show you that place. It's sketchy as shit. Well, it's a lot nicer now than it was the first time I found it. They definitely upgraded it. But it was like the first time that I stopped there, I was on my way to Sacramento because my friend's band was playing there and I was going to eventually get down to LA. And I really needed to use the bathroom and get gas. And so I was like, okay, it says there's a place next stop. There hadn't been one in, you know, tens of miles, dozens of miles, really. So I pulled off. And it was pissing down rain. It was pouring so hard. And I wasn't even sure this place was open. And I'll show you the secret extra fun part. If it's still there, I hope it is. If anyone is listening and would look up what exit Pollard Flat is off of, and let me know. Pollard. That way I know for sure. But I don't know if anybody is listening. I don't want to miss it because then I can't just turn around. Thank you, shit smear. Cool. Let me see what we're at. Okay, so if it's 712, I'm at 704, so it should be coming up soon. Hopefully, I will have service when I get there. This is like my favorite part of California. It's just so like podunk. 5 days on the road only takes 24 hours. It takes a lot more than 24 hours from Florida to Washington State. Hi, Hollywood Detective. Thank you. I try. Going from Florida to LA to Washington would take 56 hours if I did it straight. But obviously I'm not going to go do it straight when I'm by myself. Shasta Lake. Damn, Howard Stern, that's a new one for me that I haven't heard. It's a very creative one. Also, seems like a lot of work just to get banged in the butt. So Pollard Flat, I'm assuming that it's not closed. If it's closed, I'm going to be so bummed. But Trump. How's it going? How's the road trip going? It's going. We are in the Shasta area. It shouldn't be muted. Can you not hear me? Concerned that this gas station's not going to be there because it's going to burn down. Inside of life, can anybody hear me? Are you back? Okay. You can hear me? Monique? Cool. Pollard Flat, 1 mile. Maybe refresh. Just in case it helps. It looks like I've got decent service right now. I hope that it remains as I get off of this exit. Travel life, it's good. Oh, it does look abandoned. No. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Never mind. We're not getting off on the exit. Okay, well, that sucks. Okay, so that place used to be open and it had a little diner. Fuck, that sucks. Yes, you can see the cat. He's sleeping. Past Reading, yes, heading north. Okay, so Pollard Flat used to have this little old gas station, looks like it's been shut down, that had a little diner inside. And if you look up Pollard Flat, it'll show you, damn, last time I was there it was like updated and everything. If you look it up, it'll show you that in the bathroom, they used to have a mannequin in a bathtub. And it scared the fucking shit out of me the first time I saw it. I think I still have like a picture on my Instagram from a long time ago. Damn. I wonder if it was like during all these fires that ripped through, if they just, I don't know, that sucks. Well, Google Pollard Flat, because it has this whole history, and it used to be like my favorite place to stop. I would always like wait and stop there and buy stuff because I wanted to go in that bathroom. Orange American short hair. Aw, I love orange cats. Dang. I really wanted to show you guys that place, but it's not a place anymore. I wonder what happened to the mannequin, if it's still in there. The windows were boarded up, so, but I wonder if like you could go in the back door, because there was a back door, a back entrance. Is he okay, Bubba? You sleepy? You sleepy? Yeah, he's a domestic short hair. Standard issue. I'm heading to Washington State eventually. Right now, I'm probably going to stop in Grants Pass. I will have to stop streaming so I can focus. It always scares me. I could just not look at you guys. I don't know if I am going to be voting. I will make it home in time to vote. However, I don't really care about national elections. I only care about local and state level elections. And since I am moving back to Washington State, I have not been paying attention to who is running or what policies are on the table. So I don't know if it would be in my best interest to vote because I haven't been paying attention. North of Seattle, Mo. I mean, I could read the pamphlet, but I have to unpack all my shit and take the rental car back on Monday, so I'd have to do it on Monday night, I guess, after I get back from Seattle. Honestly, I'm over caring who's president. Nothing seems to make a difference. I don't give a shit anymore. But I do usually care about like who my local city council is and what things are getting voted in as far as like where taxes are getting put. I'm getting up close to the California border. Should be hitting a valley right after these mountains. And then I think we'll see Mount Shasta if the clouds aren't too low. And if I keep you guys. Hopefully I will keep you guys. Driving through Texas was pretty shitty, but I don't know, it's been really interesting, I guess, it's just been different. This isn't something I've done before. I feel like I'm gonna need a few days once I get home. Well, I have to do all this shit. Once I actually drop off the rental car, I'm gonna rest for a couple days. Hey, baby boy. Good. You happy? more. I hope you guys can see some of this. It's so pretty. She's been married to my stepdad for 23 years. to buy a cabin out here. No, I do not have a Discord. Hi, 426, John. How are you? As I said, Demarine, I'm not currently in the market for that. But thank you. I have no money. Zero money. Born Slippy, no, this is Northern California. Thanks, Crow Commando. Autumn colors, yeah. The trees are beautiful. There's snow on the mountains ahead of us. Starting to feel real Pacific Northwesterny. See the snow? Oh, there's another Dollar General here. Man, I didn't know we had Dollar Generals on the West Coast at all. That's crazy. No, Demarine, I am not interested. Siskiyou Avenue. Am I going to meet up with Blade? Probably not. He lives really far away from where I'm going to be living. He lives in a part of Washington State I like never go to. We've been drunk together back in the day. And I don't think he drinks anymore. I'm not interested in Demarine. I don't know how many ways I can say it. I'm not interested. I don't need that. I don't want that. I'm good. Move along, please. Thank you. Blade isn't doing so good? What do you mean? I thought he was taking care of his mom and stuff. Drunken dry hump? No. So pretty. I'm so glad it wasn't raining really hard throughout this. $3,000 feet. Oh, actually, I have really good service right now. That's crazy. Glad it wasn't raining and the snow's not down this far. Show cat. He's sleeping. My ears just popped. cat when we're somewhere boring, but right now I'm excited about all the prettiness. Here, I'll do it real quick. He's sleeping. Passed out boy. Restroom or rest area somewhat soon, or if I should stop. I usually stop at a gas station before I get to Oregon because they had the pump your gas thing, but I think they don't do that anymore. Yeah, no problem, 426. Or like you don't have to have somebody else pump your gas anymore. Wonderful thing to see. I can't believe I'm coming back to snow. That's crazy. Thought I would just be in the warm forever. I remember correctly, it's like 801 miles long, California. So I think I'm at like 741 exit right now. I'm not in Oregon yet, Kat, but I should be soon. So I'm just in, southern Oregon, aka NorCal. Go through the Donner Pass. Isn't that like the Sierra Nevadas? Oh, there's land available out here. Somebody buy me some land and then I'll build a cabin. And I definitely won't do murders there, I promise. Know what John Fetterman said. I must have missed that. You're so sweet, Cat. Alright, we're almost to Weed, California. Black mute. Ah! Thank you.
$2 time to whip the girls out. You'll get all the donations you need. Let the sunflowers get some sun, and then you'll be able to afford some land.
I feel like I'd like not to get taken off of YouTube today, but I'll keep that in mind. So that scared the shit out of me. Oh, he wants to marry me? Well, my love don't cost a thing, but you gotta get to know me. It's easier to talk to me through donations because I cannot read very well. I mean, I can read. Okay, to be clear, I can read, but I can't read while driving. To be clear, I'm not saying I can't read. I did go to school. Deets Road. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for today because I'm getting a hotel, so I'm not driving too much longer. And then I just have tomorrow. So I might even consider tonight after I get to the hotel and I take a shower and I chill for a little bit, maybe we'll go do some bartend. And by that I mean I'll find some type of hopefully localish bar and bring you guys with me, but we shall see. Thank you for the follow, Wars. Wario. It's me, Wario. Oh, you're a scammer. Damn. Thank you for the follow anyhow. Should I get up here and use the bathroom? Yeah, probably a good idea. I don't remember where the next rest area is. I'm still in NorCal, Yehuda. Thank you, Kat. I'm getting there, boy. I can use the bathroom without feeling bad. Oh, like Eureka? Okay, Eureka. Just kidding. Not Eureka, that's a different place. Okay. I'm just gonna pop in and use the bathroom. We're gonna get back on the road. Mizzik, can you hold down the fort again? Not Shasta area? That makes sense. Good boy. Look, snow. Snow everywhere. Surrounded by snow. Mountains. Snow and mountains. Vera, it's cold. Do you remember what cold feels like? Do you remember the snow? I have a really cute picture of Mizzik in the snow. He was not happy. Are you ready to be cold again? Me either. But we'll be able to cuddle with each other all the time. Whew. I'm gonna turn on the feet heat.
80? That feels good. I'm in Weed, California. Almost in Oregon, yep. Yep. We're getting there. Oh, sorry, babe. Siskiyou County, your cousin lives here? How much is, like, obviously, like, a lot of California is expensive, but I always wonder about these areas that are, like, Nowheresville kind of thing. Not Nowheresville. I mean, it's beautiful up here, but... Okay, 2 questions, Yehuda. What do they do for a living? And then, is it really expensive to live here? I thought I was saying music. Oh, Mizzik. M-I-Z-Z-I-K. Weed shakalaka souvenirs. Dude, Californians, man. It's cheap there, but economically depressed. So, like, what is there to do for a living around places like this? I mean, obviously there's, like, little shops and stuff to work at. But is there, like, a major business? She's retired now. Her kids left after high school and never came back. Oh, I bet. To be a wild place to raise a family. I'm sure, like, everybody knows everybody knows everybody. All right, semi. Let's get to round you. Logging died, yeah. I imagine, yeah, I guess I could see that being, like, what was a major business at the time. Klamath Falls. Oh man, it's so weird to be ranching. Okay, less expensive but still expensive. I mean, it's still California, and especially I imagine up here, any place that you live is going to be like, you own it. There's a brewery up here. Oh, I'm kind of tempted. Where do you think it is? I know I shouldn't, but like I could bring something. No, I'm not doing it. I kind of want to though, but I'm not gonna do it. But how many times, like how many people do you think actually go to like Mount Shasta Brewery? Growing over 6K elevation when you leave Wairika before you hit Oregon. Right, I know. Which is probably where I'll lose you guys. And is my least favorite part of this drive. But this time, hopefully, it won't be foggy and nighttime. I mean, I know it won't be nighttime, but hopefully it won't be foggy, because it seems like every time I go through that pass, it's like foggy and nighttime, and all the trucks are going hella fast, and I'm like scared. And I have to ride down with my hazards on to make sure I don't get killed. Mount Shasta's a hippie town, that's not surprising. Feetsies are cold. Klamath River watershed. Did I stop in Slow and see all the homeless? I didn't see any homeless people, but given that it was family weekend at Poly, I'm sure that they shouldn't have. It should be fine. too cloudy to see Mount Shasta, though. Oh, of course there was a rest area in 2 miles. God damn it. I didn't need to stop at the Pilot. Should have gone to Tenderloin? No way. No, I went and stayed with my sister, and it was lovely, but I just stopped at her house and kept driving. Well, I don't need to stop at a rest stop. I passed, oh. Usually you can see Mount Shasta from this valley, though. Oh, I see it behind me. I guess I kind of showed you guys. You just can't see the top of it because of the clouds. So one of the things that I zoomed in on with the snow was Mount Shasta. I just couldn't see it because, you know, the snow. She's in the Bay Area. You drove from Vancouver to Cabo San Lucas once? That's crazy. You saw it earlier? Okay. I always forget where it is on this. Ooh, it looks like it's going to be raining through the Siskiyou Pass. Fuck. Fuck. Normally when I do this drive, there's this like shitty little gas station up here in a little bit. State of Jefferson, yeah, I remember hearing about that. I feel like I must have passed the State of Jefferson sign, but I haven't seen it. But I usually stop at this like shitty little gas station up here, but I don't think I will be this time. Where am I at? I'm in Northern California right now. Getting close to Oregon. I did stay at my sister's last night here, B Rabbit. I'm gonna stop in Oregon for a night and then get up to Washington tomorrow. I just know, I knew like, I always get really stressed out on this part of the drive because of all the like hills and mountains and stuff. So I didn't want to drive a bunch after being really stressed out, so I'm gonna stop. Grants Pass, Yehuda. Thank you, Rob Q. We'll see. It might be different during the daytime in the Siskiyous, just because, like, I won't be as scared. How fast do I drive? Well, the speed limit is 70, and I'm going 73 right now. I won't push it more than, like, 5 to 10. 10 is my absolute max of going over the speed limit, but that's only really if I'm on, like, a really flat, empty road. Otherwise, I try to stay at like around 5 above, if not the exact speed limit. I do prefer to go the speed limit if I can, just for like
safety's sake. Yeah, moving back in with my mom for a little bit, figuring out my next move. I don't know where I want to go after this or what I'm going to be doing, but I need to take the time to figure that out. Because that last stuff I was doing didn't work, so I got to figure out something that will work. I can drive 80 on I-5 in rural areas. Yeah, but I don't want to push it too hard. Some nut jobs drive 100. I know, they're fucking idiots. That shit's scary. Like, I feel like even when I get above 80, sometimes I feel like I don't have as well, like as good of control as I would like. So I'd rather take it slow, not get there super fast, but at least like I know I was safe. And it only really takes one wrong move when you're going that fast to lose complete control. So I'd rather not risk it. It is nice to have my mom. I went to Florida for a relationship, and we were not well matched. After living together for a little bit, kind of figured out like, all right, this isn't a forever thing, which is fine. And then I really liked my job at the time, so I kept living there, and I had friends that I loved. Okay, I want to get over because this car behind me is probably going to want to go ahead of me, so I'm going to slow down a little bit and get over. Because he has a fancy sportsy car. Jordana, the person I dated? No, God no. I've never met her, thank God. Right, absolutely, Yehuda, that was exactly it. I was like, can't get me enough old Jewish men. I knew his real name, Trevor. I knew him quite well at that point. Just hadn't, spent a bunch of time around each other. I mean, we got along like gangbusters. Like, we definitely were great friends, but I think it was just both of us go into dating looking for the person to spend your life with, so figure out pretty quick once you move in with somebody whether or not you would want to be with them forever. I didn't get scammed by a reviewer. He treated me very well. I'm still in California. People are different once you live together. It's hard to live with someone else. Absolutely. And I don't do well with roommates or anything like that. And so I feel like when you live with a partner, it's even harder because like you're sharing every space. At least with a roommate, like you have your own bedroom, So I think for me, that's what is difficult, is finding somebody that I would want to be with that I could handle, like, or we could each handle like needing alone time. I
could have lived on Lowell's dirty couch. You're right. Roommates suck ass. Yeah, I can't do it. I wish that I could, but I'm very much like, home is my safe space. So like, in past situations, especially in Seattle, there were a few places that I lived where I had like 4 or 5 roommates at a time. And they're like, you know, big craftsman style houses, so there was like, we each had our own space, but of course people would hang out in the living space a lot because we were friends, and I would get along with my roommates and want to hang out with them sometimes, but you know, I was bartending at the time, so I would get off work and the last thing I'd want to do is talk to people. So I would go to like my local dive bar and have a few beers because I could like choose whether or not I wanted to talk to people. I didn't feel like it was like put upon me. And I knew the bartenders, and I knew that like if somebody was bugging me, they could be like, yo, fuck off. Because they knew how I was too, where it's like, I might want to chat a little bit, but mostly I just want to be, you know, alone. Because otherwise, like if I would come home before all my roommates fell asleep, they'd all be hanging out in the living room, like watching a movie or playing a board game or something, and I'd be like, oh, you know, I really just want to like not talk to anybody, and then I would feel bad. How's a Nissan driving? Any hard sporadic shifting on its transition? No, it's been good so far. Going to a bar by yourself? Yikes! How embarrassing. That's not really. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to just be able to chill and read a book or whatever. Even before I was drinking age, I liked going to restaurants by myself and bringing a book. I like spending time alone. I don't think Country Karen ever went to Lowell's house. I could be wrong though. When did she go to Alabama? It might have been before I knew Lowell's. No, here be rabbit. No, they did not. Yeah, she did not ever go to Alabama. They did not have a short affair. Though any affair with Lowell's would be short. No, Captain was never my ideal man, and I'm not really sure what attracted me there. Looking back, I'm not certain at all. Because usually my type is people that are nice and funny. Oh, hey, State of Jefferson. If you guys are not familiar with the State of Jefferson, I would say Google it because I don't know. I didn't go there for clout. I wasn't even a streamer when I started talking to him, and I wasn't interested in streaming when I started talking to him. So I don't know how that would have been me going there for clout. when I started talking to him and he was like inviting me down there, I wasn't interested in streaming, and I certainly wasn't interested in streaming for like the IP2 audience. I had done like a little bit in the way of like Twitch streaming at the time, but the fact of the matter is at the time I didn't think that it was something I would be interested in. I did not go to LA looking to bang Cheeto. I actually had no intentions of hanging out with Cheeto, but Captain told me like, hey, come visit, and I said like, fine, all right, why not? And then he like tried to dip, so I was like, all right, at Cheeto's hotel room or something. He freaked out and came and picked me up. What narcotics, Hairby Rabbit? It wasn't like that when I was there. I certainly have not done narcotics. Might lose you guys. So I think we're going into the pass. Rabbit, I can't say that I have put that on a resume, since I didn't get paid for it and it wasn't a job. Maybe I could put it under volunteer experience. No, I don't, Ronnie. Not even a little. I love my sunflowers. I used to know a girl who lived in Wairika. Katie. I don't think she does anymore, but I wonder what she's up to these days. I think we're still Facebook friends. Going back to California ever? Why, Vogger? What's wrong with California? What part of California did you go to? It's a very, very big state with a lot of different kinds of places. That's right, you did say you grew up in California. Grew up in the Bay. It's stupid, overpopulated, overpriced, and insane laws. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I also like, this is home. It's cool in the 80s and 90s. How old are you, Vogger?
probably experienced a bit more than I did. Alright, so if it goes down and stays at like the uneven transmission, 100 kilobytes per second or whatever, for more than like 5 minutes, I'll probably just end it and talk to you guys when I come out the other side. There's your baby boy. Where's he going? He's seeping. Seeping hard. To go. So where are you going? Why is that cat with you? I am moving back to Washington State. I left Florida on Monday, came to California to see friend and sister and make sure I was driving an area that I knew. It's a lot more comfortable to drive through a mountain pass you know than a mountain pass you don't. As far as how much further I have to go, I'm not exactly sure how far Grants Pass is, but it shouldn't take too long. When I had looked it up before I started streaming, it said that I had, that I would get there like at 5 something, but I doubt that that's accurate. I've been single for like 2 years. Yeah, he's gonna get spoiled rotten. I mean, he's been spoiled rotten. I always spoil him rotten. But he will certainly be more spoiled rotten once we get to my mother's house. Mizzy, you're such a good boy. Always been just so chill. The chillest. Yeah, one voter, he's got his harness and leash, which is attached to the passenger seat. So he can't get many places, but he can get to where he can get comfortable, where he can look out the window if he wants to, but he's mostly choosing to sit right by me. Thank you, Dolphin Lover. Have a good day. For money? Well, currently this. I was a chef before I moved. I don't know after this. I have a lead on possible line cook work. Maybe other things. I'll have to talk to her. Or I've heard about places up here that, like especially in Oregon, that do the yurts. I've never been in a yurt before. Alright guys, while I still know that I have service, like I said, if it goes down to weak transmission for longer than 5 minutes, I'll probably just end it and then come back when I'm on the other side. Gone for a moment, Monique. I'm a driver. She's pretty. You guys can kind of see it. A few moments, okay. big country. You basically have to live in like a major metropolitan city to be able to get around by public transportation quite easily. Where do you live, Zero? Like Europe or what? God bless you. Probably would have been more fun with another car or another person in the car, because I could have had them like drive or show you guys things. Because I keep seeing little things that I'm like, oh, I can't really show you. Like that God Bless You barn that we just passed. On the back of it, over this like cliffside behind their house, or behind the barn, they had like half of an old like classic style truck just like stuck to the barn. It's interesting. Should have been chopped. I don't know if he can drive. It would have to be somebody who knows how to drive. Is the whole thing. Man, imagine living this far up. It's wild to see that there are like houses out here. Because I can't even imagine like living somewhere like here. Like imagine you have to go to the grocery store, you know? Woohoo!
$25. You're almost there.
I'm almost
Enjoy the rest
there.
of your drive.
Thank you so much for the donation. $25 big dollars. Thank you so very much. We're getting there, buddy. What a trip this has been so far. Holy free holies. Thank you. We're now at 4,000 feet elevation. Woohoo. Well, it is somewhat foggy here still. Maybe it's just always foggy here. Yep, I'm officially in Oregon. Show them up then, 1USG. Oh my god, I'm scared. This mountain pass always freaks me the fuck out, so if I don't look at the chat for a while, that's why. Long, steep downgrade ahead. Yerp. I usually ride my fucking brakes the whole way down. Slippery driving conditions. Alright. We're gonna take it slow, guys. Everybody else can pass me if they want to. I don't care. I'm in the Siskiyou Pass. This is a bit slower than I expected. I want to let everybody else pass first. Rainy, rainy, rainy. Okay. I feel like if there's gonna be car accident content, it's gonna be on this road. Oh my god, my ears are so plugged up, it hurts. I'm trying to pop them, but it's not working.
lost all of my viewers at that point. It's raining. Clearly. I mean, you can see that. Thank you. Officially in the Pacific Northwest. The land of good tap water. I've missed it. Oh, my ears are still popping up. Very nice of the rain to be raining. Not much of a view. It's all blurry because of the rain. Unless people find this pleasant. Maybe they do. Starting Tuesday, the sun will be back. Good. Because I feel like moving back home after living in Florida for so long and then having just like the gloomiest gray cold days would just be like instant seasonal affective disorder. that winter, like last year, ice, snow, we had no electricity for 7 days. Jeez. I mean, the good thing is that living with my mom, it means that, you know, they actually go grocery shopping. So I won't have to worry too much about, like, running out of things. And their house is on an electric grid that's always, like, the first one to be brought back up and has a lot more fail-safes because they're on the same one with, like, the jail. Or what used to be the jail, and so now it's just the police station. But it's, like, the main police station, so I'm pretty sure they still process people there before they take them to the jail sometimes. It was a bad one, I bet. I can't imagine living in, like, the Midwest, like the upper Midwest, where that's, like, normal. She's lucky, yeah, for sure. It's always been, the problem is that, though, that they do live on a hill, so when it snows, they can't leave the house unless they, like, left the cars at the bottom, so surprise snows are always shitty. You know, like when you go to sleep and it was, like, dry and no idea that there would be snow, and then, like, you wake up the next day and the whole place is covered. So when that happens, it's like, all right, well, I guess we're stuck here till it melts. But usually they'll try to, like, remember to park the cars at the bottom of the driveway, and then they can at least walk down the driveway in their snowshoes. But it's one of those hills where it's like one wrong move and you're going to drive off of it, so you don't want to, like, take a car down it if it's snowing. Oh, I made it through it again. Washington State, I mean, I feel like Washington might get a little bit more snow in certain areas than Oregon does. So, there aren't enough snow plows by any means, but there are, like, a decent amount. But at least for the most part, like, I do feel like the Pacific Northwest, on the western part of it anyway, snow never really lasts too long. Like, I know in Seattle there was one day where the snow stuck for like 3 days, and it, like, threw everybody off because we're just like, what? Like, it's supposed to melt like the next day normally. Hello, Shadow Element. To take a nice warm shower. on the West Coast in general. Shadow element. Watch yourself. Not that I can do much from here. Come on. Come on, guys. Stop it. My chat's too slow. That makes me sad. Where all the cities are listed. Good, the Oregon speed limits have started. Oregon hates people getting anywhere. Oh yeah, I'm back in Fred Meyer country. Good old Fred Meyer. In Portland except 2 from all the thieves. Really? I've heard Portland is kind of fucked now. I haven't been in many, many years. Portland's pretty white. Oregon in general is very white. I think Oregon actually has the highest amount of professed white supremacists in the country, highest percentage. I've heard Seattle's getting pretty garbage also, which I haven't been to since a while back. Other than stopping, I've gone to the airport from where my mom lives and had to transfer to, and I didn't notice too much at that time, but I also didn't really go around all the places I used to hang out at, so I don't know if those places suck now. God, Fred Meyer.
sent $10.
Thank you. Hey. Hey, that's me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know why. That song made me cry. I don't even know if it's in like a good way or a bad way. Thank you. You can now, Yehuda. Oh man. I think I just got a little misty. Misty like the weather. I honestly can't tell if I'm feeling emotional that I'm glad I'm back or that I'm like sad. It's pretty alright though. Thank you so much for that donation for the song. I like when you guys play me songs. Is New Jersey still like that? Because Oregon you can now, but they still have attendance, I think. I saw a sign that said Grants Pass is like 20 miles away. So I'm probably gonna have to end stream pretty soon so I can figure out where I'm going. And then, depending on how the weather looks, how long it takes me to like shower and feel better, I'll go back live if I find like a little bar or something that's nearby enough to walk if it's not pouring down rain. Maybe say hi, or in the hotel if I'm feeling like it, unless I just take a hot shower and then I fall asleep. Goodness knows I gotta catch up on sleep. I'll give it like 10 minutes before I end stream. I think it will be nice to have this, although I don't know if I'm even being heard right now. Know that it's almost done. So I've really, I've legitimately enjoyed the streaming and driving. It's been nice. I think I would have been really bored. Like, I don't know if I would have made it without all of you guys who've come in and talked to me. And of course helped, but like, I just mean emotionally, like, I think it would have driven me crazy. I would have been like calling every Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Looks like I'm by Cottage Grove. Perhaps. I do not know. I'm near Rogue River, I guess. Yeah, city of Rogue River. An emotional little thing. Music, however, still chilling. Must be nice. Alright, I'm gonna turn my stream off so I can use my GPS. Thank you for everything, you guys. Thank you seriously for everything. If I don't see you tonight, I'll see you tomorrow morning. South of Cottage Grove. But I will probably try to stream tonight. It's only 6 o'clock. So, love you all. And again, I'm so very, very thankful for everything you guys have done. Even if it's hanging out in here and saying mean shit to me, that's still keeping me awake and alive and not sad. And that's nice. It's nice to have people to talk to and people who want to talk to me. It feels good. So, I'll catch you guys later. And hopefully I'll make it in one piece. Alright. And if you guys okay, so if there's people on here who don't follow my Instagram, sometimes I do put stuff on there if it's things that I'm doing that I'm not streaming. So it's, wait, what is it right now? MinetteYT or Minette Live? I think it's Minette Live. Grab a beer with you in Eugene. I'm gonna stop in Grants Pass. So we're not getting quite to Eugene because Grants Pass had the cheapest hotel rooms that I saw. And it's in 7 miles, so I'd better get off my damn stream. I'll catch you guys later. Alright, love you, bye.